We're going to cut across right now to what's happening in Hubballi. Now, do remember that Hubballi has been in the news, the Eidgah Maidan over there, particularly since the morning. All right, we're not cutting across to that. We're cutting across, I beg your pardon, to Kerala, where protests are taking place. And I'm going to go to Ashwin for more details on this. Ashwin, tell us what's happening. Ashwin, if you can hear us, take us through what's happening. All right, so pictures on your screen are coming to you from Kerala, where there are large-scale protests that are taking place. Now, tear gas, of course, is being used by the police to disperse
issues. We are conducting peaceful agitation before in front of the corporation office. So there is no inquiry about that issue. But they are not acting. But they are lathi charging. See that lathi charge is happening here.
Very, very intense protest right now. You can see multiple rounds of tear gas is being used over here. Tear gas has been used even in the area where the media also has been reporting from. Actually, there is a huge burn in my ears, in my entire eyes right now. There is tear gas that has been used extensively. The police is resorting to extreme use of tear gas. About 6-7 rounds of tear gas has been used even in areas which are far away, which are at a safe distance. Even to that area, tear gas has been used. You can see the protest has not walked down. The protesters still continue. It really looks like there's going to be some kind of a lathi charge even if the tear gas is not stopped. And these are the visuals. Right now, what you can see is the BJP state president walking towards the protesters. The BJP state president is right now going inside where the protest is happening. And meanwhile, at the same time, water cannons and tear gas are being used. You can see the BJP state president K. Surendran is here, walking towards the barricade, demanding the resignation of Arya Rajendran, the mayor. At the same time, horrendous
Well, pictures on your screen are of a massive showdown that's taking place in Thiruvananthapuram in Kerala. We are told that the BJP chief of Kerala is leading these protests, and we are also learning that the police is using tear gas shells to try and dislodge the protest. These pictures on your screen are of how big the numbers of the BJP protesters are. I'm going to try and go across to our correspondent, but viewers will appreciate that even as tear gas shells are lobbed, it's very difficult for our reporters to bring us those reports because they also have to deal with the situation on the ground. Right now, we can see the barricading that has been done by the police in Kerala, in Thiruvananthapuram particularly. Let's go back to Ashwin. Ashwin, describe to us what's happening around you. Ashwin, can you hear us? If you can, please describe to us what's happening around you. We can, of course, see a large presence of the police over there and tear gas shells being lobbed.
Yes, absolutely. I don't know if you're getting this frame. It has been an absolute show of power, extreme power by the police. Where media people have been standing. As you can see, I've been completely drenched. I've been standing at a safe distance, yet tear gas were thrown where the media people were standing. There has been absolute brutality from the police this time. There has been no cause of concern for the safety of media people who are responsible to report. At a safe distance, we have been here, tear gassed and water cannon. You can see my complete body has been completely drenched. We really cannot see eyes are totally burning, lungs are choking, and this is the protest that is happening, all for the demand that the mayor of Thiruvananthapuram must step down. Now, very extreme use of brutality by the police. We can see that about 50 BJP workers had come down, which has been led by the state president of the BJP, and he also was tear gas. And you can see these are the visuals that are coming here. That's the district president of the BJP, VV Rajesh. Also, the police has used to extremeness. This is something which is never seen. As you can see, I'm fully drenched. I was standing about 50 to 100 meters away. Yet the police used this force. This is something I've never witnessed before. We have seen large-scale protests on it, but this is the first time we are seeing the police is completely attacking in a completely inhumane manner. This attack has happened. The kind of brutality that has been unleashed by the Kerala police today is unspeakable today. Even the media people, a lot of these, my phone is completely drenched. My cameraman, our live view unit, it was all drenched. We have to look at the safety of it. Even the state president, let's ask him once again. So what do you see of this?
You see that poison is using in the water cannon. The poison is using in the water cannon. The media people also say that.
What is happening now? I just want to go again towards the barricade where the tear cannons has been used. This is the position we were all standing and safely reporting. And in this area where I was standing right here, the entire water cannon was used. Tear gas was thrown. At least I counted at least 12 rounds of tear gas in a protest where about 50 to 100 people were there. So this kind of brutality that has been launched today is something has to be questioned, because even the media people has been attacked. The kind of attack that has happened using tear gas, we were standing in a safe distance, yet the protesters were not even there where we were standing, and here we see this kind of brutality that has been unleashed. Some of the workers are very grievously injured. They were taking part in the protest. They were not crossing the barricade. They were definitely pushing the barricade, and you can see some of these workers are completely exhausted. They do not feel good. And what is also very pertinent to see is that there is no ambulance in sight. There is absolutely no ambulance in sight. And these are some of the gory visuals that we are getting in. Some inhumane visuals. There is no ambulance, no backup in place. The BJP is protesting. The state president of the BJP, K. Surendran, is here. Right in front of him, the water cannons were done and tear gas was thrown. Still, you can see the protesters are continuing it. This is something intensifying over here. What probably we were expecting that the police will use some kind of a constraint, but here we see a complete unleashing of the police brutality against the protesters. So something really difficult to comprehend. I'm short of words because my lungs are choking because of the tear gas. It's a little difficult to speak.
Please catch your breath for a moment.
We have never seen before. I've been reporting on various protests for the last 2 years.
Right, Ashwin, catch your breath for a moment. As Ashwin is pointing out, of course, the police over there using water cannons as well as tear gas shells to disperse these protesters. Now, just to give our viewers a sense of what's been happening, this is the 6th consecutive day that the Thiruvananthapuram City Corporation office has been roiled by protests. Now, opposition BJP as well as the Congress, we understand, have been protesting for a while now. They've been staging separate protests demanding the resignation of the mayor, Arya Rajendran, over an alleged letter in her name to the Communist Party of India District Secretary Anavur Nagapam, asking him for a priority list of applicants for temporary posts in the health wing of the city corporation. So these are charges of corruption against which protests are taking place, and the police over there using force to dispel these protesters. Now, back to you, Ashwin. If you and your camera person are able to report now, give us a sense of why so much force is being used, because we understand that, this is a routine protest, as many would say, against corruption charges against the mayor of Thiruvananthapuram. Political parties are saying that there is corruption involved and hence they are protesting. So give us a sense of what has made the police use such fierce methods to control this protest.
Well, the country had actually celebrated when the mayor, Arya Rajendra, who was then 21, became the youngest mayor to take this post. And 2 years, there has been, this is not the first instances of corruption. In fact, there has been several corruption that has been coming out from the Thiruvananthapuram Corporation, right from misuse of SC/ST fund. Even that had come, but on a national level, it had not carried it out in a big level. It had just mentioned. But this time, there was a concrete proof. A letter was sent by Arya Rajendran to the CPM district secretary, Anavur Nagappan, stating that there is a vacancy for 295 posts and that eligible cadres of the party can apply for it. Now, this is what has caused this intense trouble. Inside, earlier I had covered Jibi Mehta of the Mahila Congress taking protest, and here outside for the 6th day, the BJP is taking out this protest. This protest is holding more significance because for the first time, perhaps, we are seeing the police using extreme force to bring down this protest, to bring down this protest down. You can see there has been extreme use of water cannons and tear gas in this. Now the problem is that there has been various allegations about the mayor for quite some time. There has been many acts of corruption that has been pointed out, and this is for the first time a concrete proof has also been received. Yet the mayor chooses to stay silent, and that is the reason why today all the opposition party has decided to come out all out in full intensity, and the protest had taken place. And we can see the state president of the BJP, K. Surendran, is here. The district president of the BJP, V.V. Rajesh, is here. The Yuva Morcha state secretary, Krishna, is here, along with the top leaders of the BJP is also here. Now, all this has happened demanding that Arya Rajendran must step down. Something like this is a very the kind of allegation that has come out over the last 2 years, ever since she took up the position as a mayor. This is one of perhaps the biggest protests that we have seen ever since she took charge as a mayor. There has been many allegations, as you can hear them. SC/ST funds has been also misused by the mayor, is what has been alleged by the BJP. All this has gone under the carpet, but now there is no tolerance at all.